What's going on, guys? Sugar Skull Tech making a video today about my experience taking the Comptia A exam. First, I want to start with give this video a like and subscribe if you can. I'd appreciate it. Also, I want to start with my background. I have no professional IT experience yet. Hopefully soon. My only background is PC gaming. I've been built my first game PC in like 2016, and I've built a few more ever since. Um, just setting up, you know, your home router and wireless network. That's about it as far as my experience. Um, Now let's talk about the A plus on what materials I used. The materials I used, I actually failed the exam. I actually failed the exam one time. I actually tried to take it in January 2020, and I failed. I was overconfident. I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be easy." I have a background just mingling with computers. I'm gonna pass. It's gonna be no biggie. And the only thing I had used up to that point was Mike Myers, his course on Udemy, and then I did buy the Total Sim Mike Myers practice test on his website, which is expensive. It was like $120, I think. So I just took that, and then I ended up. And another mistake I made was I sat for both exams at once, thinking, "Oh, it's gonna be easy," So my fault, my mistake. And then that was in January of 2020. And then I was sad that I failed the exam. I didn't even bother retaking it. And then the school semester was starting, so I wasn't even thinking about retaking it. And then all this stuff happened now. And then I actually met somebody who works help desk, and they had all the only cert they have is their Security Plus, and he failed his exam 4 times before he passed, or he took it 4 times before he passed. So that kind of motivated me. He was just telling me, "Yeah, man, I don't want to give up. I wanted it." So it motivated me to try again and study. So this go around, I used Professor Messer. So another tip is get in these Facebook groups. That way, people can give you advice on what's worked for them, because what works for them might not work for you. Some people are readers and visual learners and hands-on learners, so we all learn different. Just find what works best with you. So the second go around, I think I took my A plus in June. So I used Professor Messer, and this time I took my exam separate, so I was smarter. Um, Professor Messer, and I felt like for me, he taught in a way that I could understand the material a lot better and retain it, and it helped me pass. So I'm happy for that. So that's who I used the second time, and then also for my core two, I did purchase a test practice, and I purchased the Dion Core 2 practice exams on Udemy. I felt like that helped me a lot also. So, the only thing I didn't read at all. I just did the video courses. I don't like reading. So, that's what I did. I probably studied maybe. The first time I probably studied for a month and a half. Maybe like an hour a day, like every other day. I wasn't really taking it that serious. The second go around, I maybe studied probably an hour every day for the core 1 and 2, because I was real motivated to pass. I think I probably studied maybe 2 or 3 weeks for core 1 and then 2 weeks for core 2, maybe. I can't remember. I'll have to look at my test dates. But yeah. And then my thoughts. Oh, one thing that I will give you a little tip is make sure you know your printers, because there is a lot of printer questions on the A plus. That's probably the main reason why I failed the first one, is I didn't know. I didn't study. I didn't take the printers very serious, and also troubleshooting steps that you need to take to solve problems. I wasn't up to par on that either. And so my thoughts on the exam: would I take it again? No, I wouldn't take the exam again. I would. I don't feel like it was valuable, but you know, because I have a little background in computers and knowing how they work, I wouldn't take it again. I would either, knowing what I know now, I would have just studied for a CCNA instead, or I would have went for Sec Plus. But that's just my opinion. If you're a beginner, I highly recommend that you take this exam, or at least go over the material. You don't even have to sit for it. Just study the material, make sure that you know it. But if you need a job to get it, then hey, do what you got to do. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm just telling you what worked for me and what I would redo again. Let's see if there's anything else I can talk about. And then the first time I took my exam in a testing center, and the second one I took online. So the first testing center was awful. I don't even know how it passed for a testing center. It had the cheapest mouse, the cheapest keyboard I've ever seen, an old Dell Optiplex computer that may have been like a dual core processor, but I feel like he barely run the test exam. So that was my experience on the first one. The second one, taking it online, it was a lot better experience, a lot smoother because I got to use my own laptop, and the setup process was pretty easy. Just make sure you have a webcam and then good enough internet before you take the test. There's like a PC qualifications check you can run through that it'll make sure that you're good enough to take the test. But other than that, that's my experience. I'm sure there's a few things I probably missed and didn't talk about, but just feel free to ask me any questions in the comments below. I might be able to answer them. If not, use these Facebook groups. Reddit has a Comptia subreddit. So yeah, just maybe you can find someone to study with, or if you like studying by yourself, just make sure you're putting in the time and being honest with yourself on what knowledge you're retaining, and then hopefully you'll be ready for the exam. Okay, other than that, y'all have a good day. I appreciate y'all watching this video, and look out for my Network Plus video that I'll be releasing here soon. Okay, thank you.